back to From Laura's Perspective, and welcome back to Sociology and Social Justice. We all have different attitudes about our birthday. Some of us love them, and some of us hate them. But either way, legally and socially, your birthday is the day your age advances 1 year and is generally considered a cause for celebration. It's like having your very own personal holiday that is all about you, and honestly, that's something I've really liked about my birthday over the years. The significance and implications of birthdays and ways of celebrating them are very different across the many cultures around the world that we humans have formed on our own. Did you know that you share a birthday with nearly 19 million people all around the world? But you guys celebrate it a little differently depending on where you're from. Full disclosure, yes, I am about to talk about cultures that are not my own, but rest assured I have done extensive research on the customs I am talking about and have made completely sure that they come from a reliable source. And although no one can really be perfect at this, I am trying my best to talk about these cultures as sensitively as I can. I even put a works cited in the description to prove it. Do you love your birthday or hate it? How do you usually celebrate it? Let me know in the comments down below, and subscribe to my channel to learn about cultures and cultural traditions. Now let's get started. Let's start with the traditions I personally know best, the ones in the US that I grew up with. On or around an American's birthday, they host a party where the guests sing the well-known happy birthday song right before the birthday boy or girl blows out the candles that have been lit over a cake, which everyone shares. In addition, many American families, including mine, go out for a meal at the restaurant of the birthday boy or girl's choice. As I mentioned in my Bob Evans essay, my mom and I had my birthday lunch this year at Bob Evans. When I was growing up, children who had a birthday at school would bring in baked goods for their classmates to enjoy. Though in recent years, this has been less common due to the growing food allergy epidemic. In America, girls turning 16 often have a large, expensive party to celebrate their Sweet 16 in celebration of being old enough to obtain a driver's license, among other things that generally make them seem like more of an adult in American society, even though that doesn't legally happen for another 2 years. Birthday celebrations are quite similar in America's northern neighbor Canada, including Sweet 16. But one unique birthday tradition Canadians have is that sometimes in the birthday cake, a wrapped coin is hidden inside the cake, and whoever gets the slice with the coin in it gets to go first in the party games. Now let's head over to Europe and see what they do for their birthdays. The festivities that take place on a birthday in Germany are called Geburtstag Party. On a German child's birthday, that child is exempt from household chores and homework. Instead of a birthday cake, Germans blow out candles on a wooden wreath that are lit at sunrise and then blown out by the birthday boy or girl at sunset. Only once this has been done does the birthday person get to open their presents. In Great Britain, they have birthday cakes, just like in the US and Canada. But what sets these cakes apart is that the British tend to bake a coin and thimble into the cake, which is kind of similar to the Canadian tradition I mentioned earlier. But according to this tradition, whoever gets the piece with the coin will grow up to become very rich, and whoever gets the thimble will die alone. In addition to cake, an orange-flavored Kool-Aid drink made from syrup called squash is an important staple of British birthday celebrations. In the part of Ireland that isn't considered part of Great Britain, The birthday boy or girl is lifted upside down and bumped on the floor the number of times that corresponds with the age they are turning. For example, if a child is turning 13, they get bumped 13 times. In Ireland, the 21st birthday is very special, as this is the day an Irish person is handed over the house key, signifying their coming of age as an adult. The 21st birthday is also very significant in the Netherlands, though this is in addition to the 5th, 10th, 15th, and 20th birthdays. What makes these birthdays so special in Holland? Well, they're called the crown years because on those birthdays, the child wears a very large crown. You know how in some American families, children get to eat a stack of pancakes with a lit candle on top of it the morning of their birthday? This particular ritual was quite likely brought to us sometime back by Dutch immigrants. The Dutch do this, but these pancakes have powdered sugar on them and are accompanied by a Dutch pastry called tardies. In 2 European countries, Norway and Russia, children have their birthdays recognized at school, similar to how they do in many places all throughout America. When a Norwegian child has their birthday at school, the birthday child dances at the front of the classroom while the rest of the class sings a song in their honor. In Russia, school teachers are actually expected to give a gift to a student on the student's birthday. And in Russia, you don't get a birthday cake, but a birthday pie with a greeting card carved into the crust. And a unique birthday party game involves guests cutting prizes off of a clothesline to take home. Here in America, when someone has the national flag hanging outside of their house, it's simply a show of patriotism. But if you see the national flag of Norway, Denmark, Finland, or Sweden hanging outside of a house in those respective countries, it means it's the birthday of someone living in that house. And on the birthday of someone particularly important, the streets have lots of the appropriate Scandinavian flag in it. The most notable birthday tradition in the Spanish-speaking countries of Latin America is the quinceañera, which is literally Spanish for 15 years. The equivalent of a sweet 16, the quinceañera celebrates a Hispanic girl's coming of age or transition from girlhood to womanhood on her 15th birthday. The quinceañera party is almost quite similar to a wedding reception in that a particular venue is rented out. There's fancy food, music, and dancing, and the guest of honor wears a fancy dress and even has a special dance with her father and other males. The popular tradition of breaking a piñata at a birthday party was brought to us from Latin America. Piñatas today are usually made of cardboard and shaped like an animal, but piñatas were originally in the shape of a 6-point star and made of clay and other materials and were associated with the Aztec and Mayan gods. In Brazil, where they speak Portuguese rather than Spanish, but it is still considered Latin America, birthday candles are shaped like fruits and vegetables. And rather than the first slice of cake being given to the birthday boy or girl, the birthday boy or girl gives the first slice to their closest friend or family member. In Peru, birthday party guests are given a box or bag of prizes called recordatorio, as well as a pin in honor of the event. In Egypt, birthday parties are complemented with decorative flowers and fruits, which are meant to symbolize life and growth. In Ghana, children are given an oto, or a patty made from palm oil fried eggs and mashed sweet potato the morning of their birthday, which is referred to in Ghana as their Krada or Soul Day. But this does not happen before the child washes themselves with a special leaf that was soaked overnight in water as a cleaning or purifying ritual. In Sudan, people only celebrate their birthdays in the cities and don't really celebrate them in the rural parts of Sudan. The pinnacle of the celebrations that do happen are the karkadi, or a red punch made from hibiscus flower that the birthday boy or girl drinks. In Nigeria, the birthdays that are considered the greatest cause for celebration are the 1st, 5th, 10th, and 15th, sort of like with the Dutch. For these birthdays, children have parties with as many as 100 guests where everyone feasts on an entire roasted cow or goat. Another dish that's a staple of Nigerian birthday celebrations is jollof rice, a mix of rice, tomatoes, red peppers, and cassava, or a vegetable that is very similar to a sweet potato. In Israel, the birthday boy or girl wears a crown made from leaves and flowers and sits in a fancy chair which party guests dance around. The birthday that is considered the biggest deal in this predominantly Jewish nation is a boy's 13th birthday and a girl's 12th birthday, on which the child reaches the age of religious obligation for their bar mitzvah or bat mitzvah, respectively. In those countries in the Middle East that are predominantly Muslim, after a child is born, the parents give an amount of silver and gold to the poor that is greater than or equal to the weight of the child's hair, as service to the poor is a foundational aspect of Muslim values. On an Indian child's birthday, the child is tonsured or has their hair removed to symbolize renewal of the soul. School-age children in India wear colorful clothes to school and pass out chocolates to their classmates on their birthday. I bet the latter sounds familiar. In China, a child's first birthday is considered the most important of them all. On a child's first birthday, a variety of objects, such as books, coins, and toys, are placed around the child, and the child gets a choice of which one to pick up. Legend has it that the object the child picks up will determine their pursuit in life. Every birthday from then on out, the child pays respects to their parents in exchange for a gift of money, and friends and relatives come over for a celebratory lunch that consists of noodles. In Chinese tradition, this must be done on or before the child's actual birthday, as a late celebration is considered bad luck. The most important birthdays in Japan are the 3rd, 5th, and 7th birthdays. These birthdays are celebrated with a festival known as Shichi-go-san, or 357. On these birthdays, children dress in their finest clothes and visit a shrine where they thank God for their health and strength and ask them to maintain said health and strength for the rest of their lives. 100 days after a Korean child is born, a feast called Paejil is held to celebrate the fact that the child has survived this long in a country where many don't. At this festival, the child's friends and family enjoy delicacies such as rice cakes, wine, and bean cakes with sugar and honey. Legend has it that if these delicacies are shared with exactly 100 people, the child will live longer. In Malaysia, the birthday boy or girl is given an angbao, or red packet filled with money, as a birthday present. Birthday parties in Malaysia, particularly for teenagers, involve friends and family being invited for a party where everyone sings, dances, and plays musical instruments together. In the predominantly Roman Catholic nation of the Philippines, the birthday boy or girl and their family go to an early morning mass to thank God for the gift of life. Filipino birthday parties consist of cakes and balloons, just like most other countries, but in addition, noodles are eaten at these parties as a symbol of health, longevity, and prosperity. In Vietnam, the passage of a year in the life is celebrated on the first morning of a new year rather than on the anniversary of one's birth, which the Vietnamese refer to as Tet. On Tet, parents congratulate children on becoming a year older by presenting them with a red envelope full of li shi, or lucky money. In Australia, birthdays are celebrated much like their English-speaking counterparts in North America, but without sweet 16s. Just like in Ireland, Australians are given the house key when they turn 21 to signify their coming of age. But one particularly unique staple of Australian birthdays is fairy bread, which is essentially buttered bread covered in tiny little sprinkles. Before the New Zealand birthday boy or girl blows out the candles on their cake, instead of the guests singing happy birthday to you, they sing Hari Huratau Ako, which is Maori for happy birthday to you. But the real kicker is that the song is purposely sung loudly and out of tune in New Zealand. Moreover, the birthday boy or girl is given one clap for each year of their life thus far, with an extra clap for good luck. I definitely didn't cover every country on the face of the planet, but did you really expect me to cover every difference in birthday traditions between 196 different countries? As an American, I can honestly say that while some countries have birthday traditions that we may find odd, remember that people in those countries may in turn find our traditions odd. At the end of the day, a birthday is a cultural, social concept invented by us humans and not a law of nature. The takeaway from this video should be that there's no one proper way to celebrate a birthday, since everyone does it differently depending where they are. What's your favorite birthday tradition? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you next time.